What's going on, guys? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys the part 2 to the live stream highlights from last night. I hope you guys enjoy. So I was unable to include the last 2 games from the Veiwer stream last night just because I ran out of clips from the software that I'm using to edit this video, but I will make another video and include those last 2 games, and then I'll also include maybe an event game or something if I am able to play. I do plan on live streaming tonight if everything goes well. I got caught up with some stuff at work, some situation, having to deal with some paperwork from yesterday, and just a situation with some students on campus. But anyway, not going to talk too much about it. I do want to get some gameplay, more Veiwer games, if I can. If everything goes as planned, like I said, then that's what's going to happen. I did put out a tweet, so if you guys are following me on Twitter, that's the best way to stay updated when I'm going to be going live on whichever platform or whatever I upload that specific day, where and when. So that's probably the best way to reach me as well. But let's get into it. This opponent has a great team. We're up 1-0 as Pablo Sanchez hit a home run. But he has a great team. He's got a lot of these postseason guys, some power. He's got that Francisco Lindor finest card that I really want to try out. I also want to try out that JD. But this pitch specifically right here is a great example of I think what happened is the opponent got an early feedback on that one because I was way under that ball. It should not have been a home run. It was a 3-run shot, and I didn't think I deserved that one. Like this is a much better hit ball, but it was also probably a much better pitch. Babe Ruth lines out to center field. It's just the dynamics or the ball physics, the dynamics of the hitting in this game is a little bit strange at times. I would just like to point that out. It's definitely interesting to see some of the feedbacks on the swing feedback as well as the PCI placement. I accidentally quick pitched this dude's pitcher. I didn't really quick pitch him. I took a second, but I don't think I gave him enough time, and I threw a strike to Alex Wood. And what happened was I felt like I just should throw him a meatball right down the middle. He hit it out with Giambi. He still had to hit the ball, but I definitely gave him one right over the plate there. Well deserved. I mean, I'm not trying to throw him or quick pitch his pitcher, especially when I know he's not trying to hit with this pitcher in a 3-inning game. I know that. I was looking at the chat of the stream. I wasn't paying attention, so that's on me. If it was a ranked game, I wouldn't have done that. But this is a friendly game, and that's how that one ended. It was about 4-2. or 4-3. He had a chance to come back there, and that was a great rally. But the next one, we're going up against Brisk. Chris, once again, I mean, when I do these Veiwer games, I do give everybody a fair shot to play. So Brisk just played the other day, but he won from Nightbot once again, and he gets to play another one. Ken Griffey Jr. robs Ken Griffey Jr. to start off the ball game, and Brisk is an amazing player. He's always given me a good game every time we've played. I think we've matched up. We've played I think 3 or 4 times. I think four times. Here I'm trying to rob another one with Mike Trout, and I just barely timed it bad. I just a little bit early there, timed it bad, and I was unable to make that second play in the inning to rob him of a home run. But I am able to get that home run back. He left the pitch up in the zone. Griffey hits one out, a no-doubter. And that's what Griffey does. He's probably my best hitter overall. Babe Ruth is probably my second best hitter. As I squared one up, I thought this was going to be another line out similar to the last game when Babe Ruth lined out to center. But this one just barely got over Mike Trout's head, which is surprising because Mike Trout has I think the most range in this game for an outfielder. He's honestly insane out there. I think he has a little bit more range than Griffey with the speed. I know the reaction time is a little bit higher with Griffey, but I feel like if you get a good jump with Mike Trout, that speed boost that he gets with 94 speed, that 10+ speed, he'll cover a lot more ground than Griffey. At least 5 to 10 feet, I would say. But anyway, that pitch was could have easily been launched. I got lucky that it was just a base hit, and then I definitely botched that play, took a bad route. Probably should have dove for it, especially because it got by me anyway. It was a single that I didn't even get to. Could have been a double, but with Griffey out there, he's got that arm. That's why I have him in right. He's got the best arm of the outfielders that I start. And I think I could have held him possibly to a single on that one, if not a double, but I probably should have just dove because he was able to get to third. He did score that 3rd run as well. And now I'm trying to chip away. I only have 5 outs to work with here. Ripping a base hit. I don't know how that was a base hit. Pujols did a nice spinning slide there, and it got past Ted Williams, and I'm definitely taking that extra base against Brisk because I'm behind in this game, and he was being aggressive versus me. I'm going to be aggressive versus him. That's the way it went, and I was able to get that run in. I thought that this was going to tie up the game, but it didn't quite have the juice. It was not all the way to the wall even. Thought it was going out, but I did not get rewarded there. I ended up losing that one 3-2, and now we're getting into the next game against T. Smith here, and he's got his creative player up. I skipped ahead a couple outs. We got Bob Feller on the mound, and he hits a pop fly to Albert Pujols. I did end up taking out Albert Pujols during the stream and put in Chipper Jones just because I've been struggling a little bit with Albert Pujols. I know that sounds crazy. I know Pujols is one of the best hitters in this game. Here I'm ripping a base hit. Well, I thought it was going to be a base hit. It turned into a double play. Line drive from Pablo Sanchez. Double play, and I squared this one up pretty decent. I think the wind was blowing in for this game. I wish I could clarify that. I'm not sure if the wind was blowing in. I think it was blowing in 7, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Here we go. We throw a splitter away, and he went the other way with it. Koji Uehara was in the yellow stamina. I risked it right there. I figured, why the heck not? I'm going to try to get that Francisco Lindor out, and that's why I want that card. That card is amazing, I think. Switch hitter with some good pop against both sides. Great contact versus lefties. He's got some speed. I would probably start him at third base. I would probably try him out there. Maybe second. Mix up Sandberg. This, I have no idea how this wasn't a home run. I show you guys the PCI right now. It's a power swing with Babe Ruth. I don't know. The swing feedback, I just don't know. I don't know how that wasn't a homer. 125 power, wind blowing in 10, 15 miles an hour, doesn't matter. Babe Ruth should be able to hit that out. And it didn't even go off the wall or anything. Just Mike Trout tracks it down, no problem. Another good. I know the bat wasn't quite on this one, but the PCI, it might have been trying to fool me. It said good. It was right on it. But that's the way the game goes sometimes. At least the ball was not hit slower than it was pitched. That is probably the most frustrating thing in this game for me, especially with an immortal like Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Albert Pujols. When you square one up, sometimes even Griffey, when you square one up and it's hit slower than the ball's pitched, for example, 100 miles an hour, and it's pitched 100, it's hit 90 something, that just drives me crazy. Next game, we're going up against Pistol Pete. He's got Don Sutton on the mound. I'm not sure if that creative player was a gold. I couldn't tell. Sometimes it bugs out. But there, even with good feedback on that pitch, it wasn't good feedback. It was good on the release for the meter, but I missed the hoop. It hung over the plate, and that kind of reminded me of the 3-run homer that I had with Mike Trout there in the first game of this video. Luckily, I was able to get that run back. With Pablo Sanchez there. He was on a tear for me. Actually, the only hitter that was consistently hitting the ball well for me in yesterday's stream. Even in the last game, he had a line-out double play. In the last video, I was able to hit the ball with him well, too. Had a couple clutch hits, couple home runs. He was just by far my best hitter in yesterday's stream. Usually, he's my best hitter all around. I know I say that. I mean, best immortal, I'd say, is Griffey for me. And then my creative player is right up there with Babe Ruth. He's right up there with Ted Williams, Chipper Jones when it comes to hitting. I don't know. There, Mike Piazza's hitting one out. It would have been a walk-off, but I accidentally had that one as a 9-inning game, so it didn't quite had the walk-off animation there. But now we're going up against BK Choi, and he actually created a logo for me, College Lefty logo, and I'm going to be including that one in this thumbnail. So if you guys see that thumbnail, that's his design. I think it's really cool. I like the colors. I like the font of it as well. I'm going to use that logo more often, and I know he's a great player. So we're there. I got lucky. I got on an infield base hit. Absolutely got lucky. Griffey was able to beat that one out, and he had a dive there with his 2-speed CC Sabathia. But there he makes up. He makes up for that infield hit with an amazing play out there in center field with Mike Trout. That was very impressive. That definitely saved the game at this point. In the second inning, he's got Ted Williams up, just barely get a jam shot. If he pulls that, that's a 1-0 game. And I really like BK's Pirates uniforms in this one. I know he's a Pirate fan. Obviously, #1 Pirate fan is his PSN. He's got those Pirates unis. Those are amazing. I was talking to him about when I got to visit PNC Park, and that probably is my favorite part of streaming, is interacting with you guys, talking baseball, talking about stories. Here, the opponent hits one off the pitcher's wall. It happens to everybody. I really hope that's something that they kind of take out in the game. The pitcher gets hit way too often in this one. I'd rather almost just have the ball go through him, because it's just not going to happen that often. In real life, the pitcher doesn't get hit every game or rob a base hit every game. Here, I mean, there I throw cancel. I hit the wrong base. I want to throw the cutoff man, and he probably could have got to third there, but he still needs a base hit to score him. I brought in Goose Gossage, and that was a clutch situation. Even though I had Goose Gossage leading off, I was able to send it into extra innings. And that's how I do these Veiwer games. I always play one extra inning game before calling it a friendly quit. And facing Josh Hader, Griffey walks it off. Josh Hader is one of my favorite cards to face, I would say, in this game. So we were able to walk that one off. I was not able to include all the games in this one. I ran out of clips. So if you played the last 2 games of the stream, stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.